What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Monday. We are here for Muddled Monday. A little bewildered, a little confused here. Not misery. I'm not completely miserable. I was pissed off last night, don't get me wrong, but I know this team has so much effing talent, and I understand there's a lot of issues, and I know I'm going to hear everything under the sun throughout this week, but I truly do believe I have seen signs of life from all of the coaches, players that everybody wants to either fire, cut, whatever. But I think for me, they really just got to get their shit together. I'm so confused as to what this team is out here doing. We know how good we are. I don't know. They're looking over opponents. I don't know. Some people, they're tired, this, that, the other thing. Look, man. Yeah, I'm sure they're beat up from, this stretch that they've gone through here. Some tough teams, the best in the NFL. But, no excuse to come out here and play like complete ass. And yeah, I've heard you guys are the refs, this, that. Look, we played like complete garbage. This is all on us. We lost this game, and you have to dig deep. And, dude, we said the same thing when you lost to the 49ers, but I don't know, man. I guess apparently this past week they just wanted to put their thumbs up their ass. I really don't know. But tough one, man. Really a tough one. So go Birds, indeed. Yeah, fire the fake fans. I'm with you 100% on that notion. And look, you're going to see this every time. And you have those fans, and you see them in my comments. They wild out, dude. And they are waiting for these moments. They cheer against the Eagles all season. They're Eagles fans, but they look forward to these moments. And, they don't say anything when I, get 5 years in a row of who we drafted, tell them about Jalen Hurts, how he will develop, and then he does. All of these things, they don't ever say a word. I never see their names. And then all of a sudden they pop up out of the blue. Oh, you don't know anything. And it's like, well, dude, how about all of the times that I do, which is more than anybody else out there? So that stuff to me is so funny. And it's like, hey, man, if you've been holding on to that, if I've got that kind of control over you, you got to let it go at this point, man. That's some weirdo behavior. But, hey, I understand it. Some people are doing their best to cheer against the Eagles all year. For me, I'm going to keep rooting for my Eagles. Nobody's going to change that. And I know that upsets some people, but for me, I'm a diehard, and I'm always going to break down. I'm going to be more analytical and, more critical than anybody out there. But, you get this confusion that you can't be critical and like if you're a bandwagon fan, you can't. And it's like, no, dude, there's the bandwagon fans. Then there's the diehard fans. Anybody can be critical, but a lot of times bandwagon fans just don't know what they're talking about. So they're not being critical. They're just showing how dumb they are. So, yeah, I'm with you on that notion for sure. And look, I almost made a little joke about that today, where it's like, oh, well, I'll be happy if the Eagles win 3 games and then, out of these 5 here. And it's like the Eagles win 3 out of the 5 games. Oh, I'm so pissed off. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, all right, man. It's the way we lost. And I get it. Trust me, it sucked. I was flipping out all damn game. But to me, it's the NFL and things like that happen. You have bad games. To have 2 in a row, that sucks. But to play the teams, obviously the NFL stacked everything they could against us to try to make us lose this year. So they clearly gave us the toughest schedule in NFL history. And we go out, beat all these, we beat the Dolphins after we lost to the Jets. You beat the Commanders, then you beat the Cowboys, then you beat the Chiefs, then you beat the Bills. Like, holy lost to the Niners, you lost to the Cowboys, and they're 2 really, really good teams. So it sucks, but I still believe this team, obviously the next 4 games much easier than the ones we just played. So Seahawks, still a tough task. The Giants are a divisional opponent, but you could see them twice. Cardinals, come on home, Jonathan Gannon. Looking forward to that one. I think that for me, this team can run the table. If we do that, we win the NFC East. And look, if the Niners lose to the Ravens, then we can take first place back. Let's just stay patient here before we're jumping ship. Season's over. And I've been seeing all your comments, trust me. But a little too early for that for me. And it was a tough loss for sure. You never want to lose. That is definitely something I never want is to lose. I'll be real with you. And to lose in that fashion, well, that just pisses you off. So, appreciate that, my man. Thank you for tuning in here. Appreciate each and every one of you taking the time here. You guys have anything on your minds, let me hear it. We are always here. It's usually a victory Monday. But look, we've got our 3rd time this year talking about a loss. And that's, hey, we're in week 15 we're going into here, and we're talking about our 3rd loss. Pretty spoiled, aren't we? Look, we got to clean some things up, but I'm full head of steam, ready to see this team still win the Super Bowl. I think that clearly we've got a long ways to go there, but we have the talent. We've got, the coordinators. We've got everybody. They have shown against really great teams that they know how to win games, and we just got to figure it out, man. Lord of the soil. That's what I like to hear. Yes, keep your head up, man. No reason to jump ship. You guys got to realize, this team, when I grew up, was much, much worse than what we're seeing right now. And, I understand a lot of people aren't built for this fan base. A lot of people are more suited for a Cowboys style team, where it's only rooting when you're winning. I get it. But the diehards, you sickos out there, you know what I'm talking about. Look, man, we're going to ride with our birds, and that's going to upset people, but we're different. You saw the Cowboys, the Niners fans in the chat last night on this show losing their minds, upset about the Eagles losing. And it's like, I can't do anything for you, man. Like, I try to help them understand it, but it is what it is. And I hate to see the Eagles controlling so many people, but it is funny at the same time. Heartbroken and confused. I've been binge watching his press interviews. Yeah, man. It was tough. It's tough listening to him, rewatching it. But what's not is when you look at the mistakes they made, we had so many opportunities to come right back in this game, and we didn't do it. So if you did, obviously you're looking at a completely different conversation, but we didn't, obviously. So everybody, it's all over. But to me, just a few different things there. And what do we talk about all week? Nobody wants to tune in except for you sickos, but we talk about it. If you make stupid mistakes like that, you're going to lose the game handily. And, well, we did. So do I want that to happen? No, but it's possible in the NFL against good teams. So, we went wrong in a lot of places. We talked about that last night, and we can talk about it here right now. I just think that obviously in the beginning of the game, you got Hurts going down. We're like, all right, we need to move the ball, get going. Hurts fumbles. Okay, this sucks. You get things going. A.J. Brown fumbles, Devonta, and all the penalties in between, all the stupid shit on third down, whether it be our offense on third down, not getting things done, stupid play calling, not executing right, or on defense, the play calling or the execution. So for me, it's not firing and cutting everyone. It's getting everyone on the same page because there's finger pointing to go around. Everybody. Going to keep fighting. Yeah, that is correct. And, that's the great thing about this team. They're not built like the new fans. And that's what I try to make people understand. And I'll see you week 18 because we got 18 weeks now. And once we're talking about, going into these playoffs, it'll be a completely different story. So we're going to hope that with these teams, they got an easy schedule coming up. Well, guess what, assholes? You had an easy schedule all season. We're the ones that go through this gauntlet all damn season. So, hey, that's fine. They did their best. All they're doing is building us into a championship team. See, these kind of things, guys like Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, they're going to come together. They're going to use this. And, hey, they want to sleep on us. Good. I actually prefer this. I love being the underdog. I love when the bandwagon fans leave. Now it's just me, you, the diehard sickos. Let's go. Do you think we can beat these? Oh, yes. They have the weapons, but they're good. Oh, they're not that good, man. And, Geno Smith, he's decent, but And look, if your secondary is playing like ass, he can pick you apart when he's got receivers like DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson, and Jigba Smith. We talked about this last night. They've got talent, man. They do. Their defense, not so great. This offense should be able to put up a lot of points. So this offense needs to get going. This defense to stop teams, like the Chiefs, the Bills, and look, and maybe it only be in the second half of time, but look at the Dolphins, so we've got the talent, man. They just got to figure things out. Now that people are getting healthy, we've got to get everyone on the same page. It's like a different team every week. The offense is different. New starters, defense, new starters. And that stuff matters. So for me, it's not jump ship time. It is strap in, baby, because now we have to stay hungry. And maybe this is a blessing in disguise. This is going to keep us humble going into the playoffs. And maybe this is exactly what we needed. So, hey, nothing we can do now. We lost the game, and people are going to use it. Wine all week. Today is the final day that we're talking about it because tomorrow we'll be behind enemy lines talking about those Seahawks, getting to know every single thing you need to know about them from looking at their roster by position, head to toe, who's on the practice squad, who's on the IR, their coaching staff. You'll see their depth chart. You will know their stats, their standings. Every single thing you need to know about that team, you will know it just like you do with the Eagles. So, look, this train don't stop, baby. And the Eagles, look, even if they continue, if things struggle or things go down, the wrong way this season, I don't care. I'll be right here and I'll continue through the offseason just like I do, man. You know me, I'm a sicko. And I'll keep it real with you. When it's time to jump ship or lose your mind, now I'm never going to jump ship per se, but, when it's time to, oh my God, things are on fire this season. Oh God, I would let you know. But I don't fall for the media's crap, and I don't fall for these content creators that want to get the clicks. I just not doing it, man. I will not. Bouncing back on Monday. Oh, there's a perfect time to do it, and they better do it. So look. I just can't believe, you lose those games, but I still think we're the best team in the NFL. I still think we're going to win the Super Bowl once we get it together. Now, if we don't get it together, we ain't doing that. But I do believe in this team. I believe in the leaders, and I know a lot of people have been hoping for this moment. They've been praying on Jalen Hurts' downfall and every other, person on the Eagles. But, dog, I still firmly believe in this team, and let the haters hate. We'll continue to educate. And we talked about, hey, are they going to start using some motion? They look like they were going to dabble a little yesterday, and then I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know. So like when I say these things, we talk about the offensive struggles. We talk about the players. We talk about the coaches. Like they're all having struggles. Like don't get me wrong. And so is Jalen Hurts. So is this defense. So is Sean Desai at times. And what I mean by that is like I'm not just firing one person because I want to use a scapegoat. Like that's not how this works. We're not going to get better trying to implement new systems in week 15. Or, someone taking over a system. And I mean, it's just not a good idea. And I think that we just have a few issues, and the Eagles don't look at themselves like the media and a lot of these casual fans do. They know who they are, and they better figure it out real effing quick because, other teams and look good. Again, this could be a blessing in disguise. Let them sleep on us. I love it, man. We know who we are, though. Appreciate that, legend. Hope all is going well, my man. Appreciate you tuning in here. Hope you're having a decent start to your week. We all know how tough it was. How tough it was to see that second loss like that. Let's forget the effect new coordinators have. I don't know why you would. I talk about it every week here, China. And we talk about, Steichen and Gannon. Now, everyone wanted to fire, Sirianni, Gannon, Steichen, right away. And we kept talking about staying patient and understanding that it was their first years. And people obviously were not. And, in their second years, they take us to the Super Bowl and it's, fire everyone. Now they're gone. Now we got to bring them back. We got to bring old people back that got fired for being the worst team in the NFL. It's like, what are we doing here? They're new coordinators, and I have stressed it every week. So thank you for bringing that up. I just don't know how I can relay that anymore. Every single week. I just understanding that, Desai did this 1 year. Then he went to the Seahawks, with the Bears. He did it. Then he was with the Seahawks as an assistant. Now he's here his second year doing this. Brian Johnson was not an NFL offensive coordinator. He has done some great things with quarterbacks, but look, man, let these people figure it out, and maybe they'll figure it out just in time for the playoffs. So I don't understand where it comes from, but I don't know. I don't know. They got to give players, coaches time, but people don't want to do that. It's a different world we're living in, So I think people are spoiled. These new fans, they came aboard when we're winning, and they expect us to win every single game. And it's unfortunately just not like that in the NFL. Now, you don't want to lose like we did, but people lose games, man. They have bad games. Believe it or not, it happens all the time. If you look around the NFL, every other team has losses. Believe it or not, we still have the best record in the NFL. We're tied with other teams now, but they've lost games too. I saw the Cowboys lose to the Cardinals. So, I mean, we lost to the Jets. Anybody, anytime, it just is what it is, man. But no reason to lose your minds. But you guys know, you care about any stuff like that, you want to hear, I'm doing these shows every day, trying to get this information across to people. People just ignore me all the time. It's fine, but it drives me insane because it's like, I'll just keep saying it until then they repeat it. And then it's like breaking news. And I'm like, let them keep hating. I'll keep educating. I'll try. Not blaming the rest, but I like everything Eagles had a third down stop. Oh, that's definitely what happened. I was watching this game, and look, I don't like to make excuses, Samuel, but I'm with you, dude. I was sitting in front of the TV with Chelsea, and like I kept getting up, pacing, losing my mind, just screaming, like just so many times. And on those third downs, it's like, all right, like they kept doing it, and then they would pick up the flags. I'm not sure I've ever seen that as many times as I saw. Like, oh, wait, they were going to get a first down. Like, oh, never mind. We got to take that away. Like, blatantly cheating. So, obviously, they were helping them, but we can't use that as an excuse. We played like ass. But, yeah, we had to play the refs and the Cowboys. They definitely always have the Cowboys back. We all know that. We still have time for the rest. That's right, 100%. So, Let them keep hating. We know who this team is. And dog, I can't do it. Liz, you know how much hate I got for trying to teach them this defense that we still run. But now they want back the same system that is the system that we run now. And it just goes to show you how little these people actually know about football. They wanted to chop my head off for trying to teach them why it's good to be number one against the pass, good to break NFL records in sacks. And they didn't want to hear it. It's not good to be a good defense. You never want to be good. And then now we're not doing good. And it's like, well, you got to have a good defense. It's like, well, I thought you said it was bad to have a good defense. I don't know. I can't keep up with the dumbasses. I really can't. I try my best. I try so hard. And I'm not, trying to talk down to people, but I am to the people that think that they know what they're talking about and just absolutely nothing. That drives me insane. I do not ever join chats about certain things I've never even played or done in my life and don't understand in the slightest. I would never act like I know when I have no clue, especially if I'm just reading what someone else said, because I can always tell. And it's like, dog, don't repeat those people. And look, you guys remember what I talked about, right, China? I know you always bring this up. I talk about, the Desai, Gannon on crack. He's trying. This is his first year. He's trying to implement a lot of different things I was hoping that Gannon would do. And I still think he will be better in the long run than Gannon. But I still thought Gannon was a great coach, but he's still an asshole for what he did in the Super Bowl. So clearly I hate the man, but I love this style of defense if used correctly. And if the players are executing, and a lot of the time they're not. And yes, injuries and things, they will definitely play a part, but that's what I'm talking about. It is a combination of all of these things, and understanding the context is why I make this show every day and repeat the same things. I feel like I beat a dead horse, but even when I repeat them 10,000 times, people still, just let them keep hating. I know I've got you guys on my side, so I don't know, but to see them asking for Gannon now and the stuff, it's hilarious. I really don't. I bet. I bet. And look, I've gotten so much of it today, and had my Eagles gear on earlier. I had my hoodie. Sorry, I was sweating my ass off. Took that off, but I embrace that stuff, man. I want that. I'm not one of those fans that I'm not a fan anymore. We lost. I get louder. I want people to understand that these colors don't run. So I'm all about my birds. Rest was too extra. Oh, they really were. But I mean, I don't want to use it as an excuse, but oh my Lord. Landon's the third. Yeah, that pissed me off big time when they called Landon for that. Clearly, even when you've got the announcers that hate the Eagles, like, oh yeah, I mean, dog, it was bad, very bad. But yep, as I talked about, I prefer this. See you later to all the fake fans, and let's ride with our birds. And we always look forward to these times, and this is always a weird time, though, because we talked about earlier in the video, these people come out of the woodwork. I've been watching your show, watching you get more right than anyone, and I've never said anything, but now I'm going to tell you how much you don't know. Weirdos. But it's like, now you got to be careful, though, because if you respond to them and you talk to them, it's a weird, slippery slope, because they're boisterous now, but once the Eagles start winning, then they get offended when you bring it up. Like, well, I thought, and then they're like, yeah, well, how dare you? And it's like, well, dude, I thought you wanted to keep that energy. I don't know. But so I don't know if I'm supposed to pretend now that these things aren't being said that are being said from all the other fans and content creators and media members. Season's over, all that. They're Cowboys fans now, all that weird stuff they're saying. I'm supposed to pretend it didn't happen, right? Because I don't want to offend anyone when, I bring it back up once we're winning the Super Bowl and everyone's the biggest fan ever. I don't want to hurt any feelings. So just remember, as I always say, just keep the same energy, because I do come back. I can't lie now. It's today. Look, it sucks. It does. But, you look at the mistakes. If you rewatch it, if you understand what's going down there, you realize, hey, look, this team had a shot over and over. And whether it be the refs themselves, whatever was going on, it kept slipping further away. But this team has shown, we've already beat the Cowboys this year, and we can beat the 49ers. We can beat all these other teams. We've beaten the Chiefs. We've beaten the Dolphins. We've beaten the Bills. We have shown we are top tier. I don't care, man. I don't. And I will not falter from where I stand atop this mountain, screaming that the Birds are winning this damn Super Bowl. That's right. After a loss like that, I still think 2 weeks in a row, yep, I'm a sicko. I don't care. And I'm not being a homer. I'm explaining it the way I've explained it all damn year. All the new coordinators, all these new pieces, all of the injuries, all the things I try to break down every week. for people to understand why there are struggles and why you can easily figure these things out at some point this season. It's not, oh my God, what are we going to do? Oh, we got to fire everyone. Look, dude, the trade deadline's over. People got to stop saying that stuff. I mean, the draft is not till after the season's over. We're not firing. And I mean, that's just, you got to I thought after the deadline that stuff stopped, but I even said it then. I was like, I got to remember people really just don't know what's going on. And holy hell, it's been out of control. But rejection of the new Eagles, Shaq Leonard. What are you talking about? Like how much he played? Well, he played a little bit, but Liz, I know you were saying thank you to me for talking about that. I don't know why people were expecting him to be able to start, with a few days in the system, but he was never going to come out here and be, playing 100% of the snaps. He was only in there sparingly, and I think for me, that was understood, right? That was something that, he'll get acclimated and things will get better there. Zach and Shaq together in the middle. Morrow actually had a decent game, at times. And look, I talked about it, using Morrow as that third guy as we used Dean before, certain blitz packages, certain things that in coverage, maybe you want to use them. So I'm excited about Shaq getting more acclimated to this team, though. Prove we are top tier with their wins. Yeah, exactly, man. Let them not credit. I don't care about those people. And more power to you guys that watch those other shows and other content creators. I'm going to say a prayer for you throughout this week. It's going to be tough, but don't worry, man. They will all be back soon enough. I can promise you. But look, this team, they better figure it out. That's all we got to hope for. Our team, go out here and not be like these fans, to dig deep and have some grit. You can tell the people that never played sports. And if they did, I would hope that I'm thankful they were never on my team. That always say quit attitude is not something the Eagles, that's not something they do, man. So they got to build off this. They got to keep fighting, dude. And they got a lot to work on here, but it's things they know they can do. And man, I've mentioned it so many times. Look at the teams that we have beaten. So Mario just mentioned it right there. Come on, man. It's Liz or China had mentioned it last night, like, oh, so the teams we beat just aren't good now because we lost to this? No, man, that's not how it is. So hilarious. They're reactionary. That's what a lot of people are. Throwing a fit. I did. And you don't see anybody losing their mind about that, right? Oh, the refs. Oh, no. The refs are allowed to help teams when they're the Chiefs. Oh, come on, man. I thought the same thing, China. The Eagles always have to deal with it. But as soon as they do, pity party, everyone in the media is losing their mind. We don't ever get that stuff. It's the complete opposite. We win, and it's, are they the real deal? Every week we have to be questioned. And then when we finally lose, oh, I told you. Well, jackass, we've won 10 out of those 13 games you kept saying we were going to lose. So you really weren't that close. So, weirdos, man. Straight weirdos. But keep that energy. You know it. And I always keep that energy. That's one thing you guys can rely on me, keeping it real. I'm a true sicko, a true diehard. And you guys saw me on my deathbed. Really, literally on my deathbed. I'm a sicko, man. That's how I roll. But yeah, dude, he was like on the defense. But look, for me, we're going to have to go through a lot of adversity with these fans here. It's going to be enduring here. Our team, we got to just hope that they have endured enough. They learn from it. It's been a tough stretch. Now you've got, the Seahawks, a tough game. So good. They don't sleep on them because it's a good team. Monday Night Football, world's watching. Jalen Hurts and company are not going to go out here and shit the bed. We got to go to Seattle, punch them right in the mouth. And I already started working on it, baby. So it looks really weird because it's like kind of like my colors, just dark blue and then a different, neon green. So you'll see it tomorrow. And I'm hopeful maybe making some live videos. Look, one thing I did want to talk about tonight, and I can't believe I didn't talk about it at all. Jeez. I would like to see, we talked about earlier in this video, using some motion, being more creative on the offensive side of the ball. We saw a little bit at the beginning of the game, but still really, I don't know if they just don't know what the hell they're doing there, but using the other guys, other than AJ, Devontae, Dallas, getting people involved. And I don't know, I'd like Alameda. And the other tight ends we have, that's right. You knew I was going there. You remember, due to the trade deadline, he was getting a lot of slack. That person actually came back today, the Derrick Henry person, I think. I knew we needed Derrick Henry. I'm like, oh my God, shoot me. But no, that is not the answer, I can assure you. But we talked about it then. That is not what we needed. What we needed was the tight end too. And that was before Goddard got hurt when I was talking about it. I need an F-type receiving tight end. And I've seen a lot of media people, that honest person, repeating what I'm saying. Yes, yes. Dude, the 12 personnel that I thought we were very successful with. Yes, we've got great receivers, everything. But if you can have those two tight ends that really, create a threat for people, you saw what Tom Brady, the Patriots, were able to do when they had it. And I think that for me, clearly you're going to use all your weapons, but having that 12 personnel, I can't get enough of it. But we haven't found that. And Stoll more of, that blocking H-back. He can catch the ball. But I think for me, Calcaterra is not it. Alberto, not it. We tried with Dan Arnold in the offseason. I'm sorry, I don't know why I can say that, but we tried, man. Not there. So you know what we should do? Yeah. Sign Zach Ertz. Do it, man. It's not because I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to see Zach Ertz home just being a homer. No, like we really could use him on this offense. I think that would really open things up for everybody and just give this team so much more, so much underneath stuff, crossing stuff, where the screens, things that I just feel simple things that we are missing here, man, get too cute at times. And, I talk about, I want to be more creative, but, that's, there's two sides or two edges each or to a sword or whatever, you know what I mean? So I don't know, whatever, but, this team's got to figure it out, man. But, yeah, we're definitely going to win this one out, man. And we got, some teams that are going to want to beat us, but I'm not stressing it, man. Not stressing it at all. And that's what I like to see, man. Need you sickos here with me. Oh, so, okay. So you're both purple here. Let me make sure I'm clicking on the right here. Ertz take. No doubt, my man. Let's go. Okay, where we are. We are Ertz take. Yo, appreciate you, my man. Welcome to the family. It's been nice getting to know you. We're going to keep riding through this damn thing. It's been tough past couple of weeks, but we'll be all right, my friend. Do you think the league has figured us out? Not at all. I think that, you're just going to have good teams winning good games sometimes, and they beat the hell out of us. So, hey, just like we did against the Chiefs, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Cowboys earlier in the season, I think we get back to that and we start whooping some ass. Don't blame Sean Desai. Actually, he's good. I think he's been great. And no, actually, Howie's given him a lot too. You see how stacked we are, like all over the place. So Howie's done great. Sean Desai, unfortunately, has dealt with a lot of injuries. So when you're trying to implement a lot of new things and do a lot of things, and each week it's a different secondary or different this, that, the other thing, don't have linebackers, safeties are hurt. You're trading for a new safety. Now, I mean, it's, Reed Blankenship goes out at the beginning of the game yesterday. There's just so much that really does matter. The context does matter as to why you see struggles. And Sean Desai, as I've said all year, is his first effing year, man, as the Eagles defensive coordinator. Let's chill out. And, a lot of these star players that we have, they make mistakes, but you see them stepping up at times. They all need to get on the same page, man. We've got it. We've got good coaches. We've got good talent here. So we'll see, man. And that's what I'm talking about, dude. The little things, the simple things that we're struggling with, just making, short plays, the 3rd and 5s, just dumb shit where, like, oh, quarterback draw, 3rd and 10. You don't want to become predictable, man. And I think he would add something that we just kind of don't have anymore. So I just haven't seen much 12 personnel at all. I really think it would be great. So, hey, we'll see. And yeah, hope your shoulder's doing well, Joseph. 49ers do without great second tight end, though. They run a completely different offense. If you notice, they have a fullback. John, this, I know a lot of people get tripped up by this, but this isn't like Madden or anything. In real life, they actually have different offenses, different defenses. Now, you're going to have some that are similar, things like that. But they actually use 12 and 13 personnel, a pretty healthy amount, to be honest with you. It's just their guy isn't more up for the tight end purposes. They have a fullback they use in use check. They have Christian McCaffrey. They ground and pound, man. They have a very talented team, but they use they got Dwelly there as their second tight end. He's a good blocker. He can catch the ball, but it's not about stats here. It's not about, so what you're saying here, how do the 49ers do great with a second tight end? They do have, I don't know if you think that, whoever's saying they don't have a second tight end, they do. And I just named him Ross Dwelly, but they use those guys. It's just, a lot of people just look at stats, and that doesn't help anything. So look, it's beneficial, but we have a completely different style offense. For me, I need an F type. I want the receiving type tight end, a guy that, like Zach Ertz, that not only can he line up a tight end, you can move him out in the slot. You can do things that we're not seeing for some reason from Olamide, Julio, Quez, and Quez isn't a slot guy. So I just think it would be beneficial to have another weapon. I don't know what's going on, why they don't use the other ones. Thought a picture of that. Oh, don't be sorry at all, man. You guys were just popping up at the same time, so I wanted to make sure who I was talking to there. But all good here, man. Rita went out. Yeah, I hate that. I hate the injuries. Really hate it. And Cam Jurgens too. And I can't stand it. I've been saying the same thing, Jimmy. Aren't here for both offenses. Yeah, man. It's wild to see people losing their minds. Context matters. That's why I make the shows. And look, I know they don't get many views. I know a lot of people don't like that stuff. People don't like breaking it down, understanding it. Hey, John, I appreciate you taking the time. It's always my pleasure. But that's what happens then. People are reactionary and they just make up stuff and talk about, how mad they are and we got to fire everyone. And then everybody, not you sickos, but then you get these other fans and they're all mad and, oh, you got to fire. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to help you understand why you don't. And I try to tell them, like, hey, watch the video. They're like, I'm not watching F you, man. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, when it all happens, don't be mad at me, but they get mad at me every time. And if I bring it back up, then it's like, well, I said this, but I didn't want to say it because I'm wrong now. And it's like, well, I know you didn't want to say it because you're wrong, but that's just life, man. But it is what it is. But you guys, I love each and every one of you. Wanted to keep this a half hour, so I got to get rolling here. Got a lot to do here. And tonight, I'm going to try to finish up that stuff so I can get behind enemy lines out there early tomorrow so you guys can see everything you need to know about the Seahawks. Give you a little something to distract you, right? And then maybe we'll get that signing. Maybe I'll get my wish tomorrow. Well, it happened last time I asked for it, right, with Shaq Leonard. So I guess I should have asked last night during the video. Damn it. Okay, we got to wait one more day. I'll put my good juju. I'll reach out to my source, see what we can do here. Maybe we can get some Zach Ertz in the building. People don't want the truth. They want the sounds and feel. Yeah, it's exactly. They want more people to agree with them. People would just want to be told, yes, you are correct. Look at the J6ers. Look at all these Nimrods we have in this world that just, I searched what I was looking for and I found it. It's like, well, yeah, that's how the internet works, man. And it's mind-boggling as to where they get this stuff. I don't know. And the fact that people keep repeating, stuff from others that just never get anything right. It's wild to me, but to each their own. But hey, we're here in reality. This is all about the truth in these parts. And I learned from a young age. My father taught me, if you're honest and you're truthful, a lot of people aren't going to like you for that. This world is, that's, if you want to make it, you got to be the complete opposite. And it's up to you how you want to be in life. And sometimes I wish I wouldn't have chose to be a great person because, treating people kindly has done nothing but get me in hell in my world. So, hey, it is what it is. You got to hope that one day the truth will prevail and being kind and loving others for just no reason at all, but to be a good person will actually be a good thing one day in life. Till then, we'll be living here in America and hope that we just make it out of a school or the grocery store safe. God help us. It's healing slowly, China. I love to hear that. Hope the shoulder's well and legend. Hope everything's going well with you. Anybody else that's got anything going on and I forgot, hey, man, I can't even remember my middle name sometimes. Don't worry about it. And I've got 2 of them. So, oh, Lord help us. But you guys, hope you're doing well. And I always tell you, reach out if you need anything. And some other things were going on there. You guys, please reach out. I said it before. You can reach out on any of these platforms down here. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You think we should go back to running the RPO in the playoffs we dominated with last year in the playoffs? What do you mean? Go back to running? Are you saying not to run the RPOs that we run? Because that's what we run. That's all we run, Samuel. We just RPOs is all we do. Like that's literally all we do. But yeah, they're going to continue doing that. I don't think they'll change it. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm not sure exactly what your question was there, but yeah, they'll continue running RPOs nonstop, dude. I'll take it too, man. I've always been that way. And sometimes it is tough. And it's been tough in my life being honest, but hey, it is what it is, man. Went to physical therapy. Hey, love to hear that, my man. But I hope you keep healing. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you need anything, feel free to reach out on any of these platforms. And look, I got to get back to a bunch of the comments. I'm going to check my messages on all these platforms because Oh my Lord. I've been seeing all of them, whether good or bad, and I've been trying my best to get to all of you. You know, I'm always down to talk some birds. So, hope you're enjoying the holiday season. Hope you're feeling a little bit better today. Hopefully that behind enemy lines and maybe a Zach Ertz signing can make you feel a little bit better tomorrow. But if you're watching this later, you want to, talk a little bit about the birds, feel free to comment down below. I'm always down to talk, baby. So let's go. Yes, it sure is. And I am really glad to hear that, man. Glad you guys enjoy it. Happy to hear some people enjoy the truth, but you guys can't do this without you. So thank you for hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing this stuff, getting the word out there. I really can't do this without you. So thank you. I want to show you how disgustingly ugly this is. This should get our team pissed off right here. Look at that. You dropped to second in the division. Now, if we win out, we can take it back. So there is hope here. But just looking at this pisses me off. And then this next one, this pisses me off even more. We went from number 1 this whole damn season, pretty much, to number 5. Cannot tell you how much that really just don't like that. Don't like that. So let's get things turned around, and I do believe we will. Let's get into the playoffs with a full head of steam. Let's run through these mother effers, and let's go win that effing Super Bowl. I ain't jumping ship, baby. I'm right here with you. But if you guys, you need anything, reach out. If anything happens, I'll be back, with a live video, but I'll be dropping behind enemy lines tomorrow afternoon. Until then, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great rest of your Monday night, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!